Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the inaugural edition of Nothing But Net. This is just going to be the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network, quick version of just going around the NBA so far. We know it's early. We know we haven't hit Christmas yet, so we know we got time for a lot of things to change and a lot of things to happen. But what we are going to do is just come on here and talk some rock, have some fun, take it back in the day. And I'm talking about back in the day. And if you don't know what back in the day basketball used to sound like, it sounded something like this. I don't want to
with it. Yeah, sorry I had to rock the 47 dance there, but God, it feels so good to hear that John Test show. It really does. It really does.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we just, like I said, man, just trying something different. Trying to see what we got going on here. I definitely wanted to start with that. The only thing I couldn't get done is the Ahmad Rashad joint. I was gonna try to pull him up and do inside the NBA, but that's just another week. We'll try that. I mean, NBA stuff. But it is what it is, baby. Let's see what we got. Oh, this kid copyrighted. My bad, dog. We just only did it like 30 seconds.
I mean, it wasn't that long, okay? I mean, chill. All right, we excited here. We excited here. If we get ding, we get ding. Not gonna be the first time, not gonna be the last.
For sure. Let's see what we got here. So let's start it off with. Let's talk about last night real quick. Last night we had 5 games on the slate. We're gonna touch on each one of them. The first game we hit, the Sixers and the Wizards. Sixers 139, Wizards 134. Your leading scorer was Tyrone Maxey with 39 points for the 76ers. For Washington, we got 31 points out of Alex Sarr. Interesting game. Wizards led the whole way and then got doubled up in the fourth. Your thoughts real quick on that?
Yeah, let's just say this. I was happy that the Wizards played a dominating game for most of the game. However, the backcourt of Tyrese Maxey and rookie VJ Edgecombe, is looking like the pieces. When I mean the pieces, I'm not talking about the pieces to build around Joel Embiid. Okay, we're not talking. We're not talking about building around a crippled tree. Okay, when you're looking at the future of the Philadelphia 76ers, this is what you're looking at. I mean, shoot. I mean, granted, yeah, this is an early sample size. It's an early sample size. However, Tyrese Maxey is averaging 37.5 points a game right now.
Right.
Okay. But once again, it's a small sample size. Right now, Philly is undefeated 4-0. But once again, it's early. All right. But this is seeing them come back last night, we're just looking at the pieces, of what could be a future good young team. And VJ Edgecombe, it's funny. When we did the preview show last week, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I said that I would be on I would come on the show the night after, VJ Edgecombe hit his first 30. Am I surprised that he hit his first 30 in the first game of the regular season? Believe it or not, no. We said this last week. Do we expect Cooper Flagg to win Rookie of the Year? Yeah, we do. But do we expect VJ Edgecombe to be right on that ass? Yeah, we do.
Well, I'm going to say not so fast because I got VJ winning it. He's my winner.
You did predict. I forgot you did predict.
Yeah, he's my winner because I see a guy with nothing but opportunity because you're not playing Embiid on the second night of most doubles. So
Shoot, he ain't playing the first night of most doubles, but I digress.
But still, it's nothing but shots for this kid now.
Yeah.
This kid's got nothing but space and opportunity. Maxi's gonna get his. He gets his. This is probably the two fastest guys in the backcourt together. So you tell me. I mean, it's gonna be awesome watching these two guys down the road. And to me, if I'm a Wizards fan, this is the perfect way to lose a ball game. You guys came out, your young fellas played well. They got some numbers. You got 20 out of George. You got the 31 from Sarr. You're still getting this quality minutes from Whitmore. This is a Wizards fan dream. You still get the loss, but you look good in the loss because all we're worrying about right now in this season is staying under number 8. If we can be under 8, we good. That's our whole mission.
Let these seeds grow. Simple. Washington Wizards. You let these seeds grow, man. And this is what, it was good to see them in this game with the lead. And even though they lost it, that's an experience. Okay. That's a early growing experience for this team. And as a Washington Wizard fan, don't be frustrated. Okay. One is early, but don't be frustrated. Be happy that, you guys got a decent little future going on here.
And this is my lady, Miss V. Williams. She's like the mom to everybody in the neighborhood. She's just saying, love you. That's my translation. I'm going to go with that. Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. I'm guessing this is KG. And he, like you, both popped when we played the music. So that's a beautiful thing. Like I said, we just going to have some fun tonight, man. First show, get the bugs out, get a little kinks out, and then just let our hair back and let our soul glow.
Yeah, we hitting a couple of, hitting a couple of jumpers, whether, whether they're all net or they just hit the rim, whatever, we trying to get loose. That's all.
All right, so here we go. Next game up on the slate was the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets. Leading scorers in this ball game, Lonzo Ball with 20. Looks like they had 5 guys. They're starting 5.
LaMelo.
Yeah,
LaMelo.
I'm sorry. And then thanks for on that. And then for Miami, Bam Adebayo with 26, Wiggins with 21, Larson with 17. It looks like my boy Jaquez with 28 off the bench. Any thoughts on this game?
I'm impressed with Miami early on in this season, putting up numbers. Granted, everybody early is putting up high numbers. The Heat are putting up high numbers, which can be a little bit unheat-like. But I've seen good things early from Norman Powell. Norman Powell right now is in a place where he could, to be honest with you, he could actually start. All right. In our preseason prediction, I predicted, if I remember correctly, the Heat not making the playoffs or not even making the play-in. I'm sticking with that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sticking with that. However, impressed with them after the first 4 games of the season.
And our buzzword for the night is it's early. So anything can happen. We know basketball doesn't start till after Christmas, but with it being early, we getting just some early views on this. The person that kind of stuck out with me on this stat sheet is Ball. LaMelo has been playing some really good ball lately. No pun intended. He's starting to get. He's got like a little bit more of that grown man in his game now. It's like his game. I know he's over 21, but it's like now his game can drink legally. You know what I'm saying? He can. His game has grown up. Maybe he's got a kid or something, gave more responsibility. But I'm talking about in part of his game. But his game looks different to me. Any thoughts on that?
Once again, it's still early. Okay. Here's the whole thing with LaMelo Ball. Okay. I call LaMelo Ball the TikTok point guard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he is the TikTok point guard because he's great for a highlight, but what the hell is he really doing for your franchise? I can't put him on no grown man ish until I actually see him do some grown man ish. All right, and grown man ish is helping the Hornets move the needle and go for it. I'm bigger on Brandon Miller. Okay, I still think that's going to be that is going to be the focal point of that team in the next couple of years. But yeah, early, yeah, he's looking. I mean, he's looking all right early. All right, but once again,
it's
key word early.
And then we got the kid from Duke, Knipple, has played some solid ball, roughly averaging about 16 points in the first 4 games. But as my co-host always keeps saying, it's early. And if we didn't introduce ourselves, maybe I forgot to in the midst of the happiness and joy. That's C. Perry. I'm the Midnight Rider. This is the Sideline Junkies production of Nothing But Net. It's an inaugural edition. And with that being said, let's keep it moving to these scores. The Bucks 121, the Knicks 111. In this ball game, let's see, leading scorer Brunson with 36 for the Knicks, and of course Giannis for the Bucks. Anything? Again, I know it's early. Anything catch your eye?
Yeah, once again, it's early. What caught my eye, of course, being the resident Knicks expert. Great second quarter from the Knicks as it related to moving the ball around and playing within the motion offense that new coach Mike Brown has set up here. Okay. And what lost them the game was getting away from that in the third and the fourth quarter and being too reliant on the on 3-pointers. Okay. You also see who wasn't comfortable. Okay. Cat's not comfortable yet. And I know a lot of Knicks fans right now are, a lot of people looked at this game as the Giannis showcase game because of all, because of the reports that Shams dropped a couple of weeks ago about the talks over the summer about a Knicks Bucks trade for Giannis. Okay, Giannis is amazing. Giannis was amazing last night as he set the pace as well as took over the game. Holland earned himself a starting position. If anyone's going to be a starting lead guard there, he's earned it. All right. But once again, it's early. Bucks at 3-1, Knicks at 2-2. And once again, it's early. It's about getting comfortable in your position. And right now, the Knicks have to get comfortable running this offense. And there are gonna be some hiccups.
True that. Let's go to the next on the slate. We got the Thunder 107, Kings 101. Let's see. Eileen scores. I know for the for the Kings, Zach LaVine 23 points. For the Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 31. Thunder have had an interesting opening week. 2 double overtimes, some very big games. So it's early, but they look like they came out and they got a good start. They didn't have that championship malaise that some teams have when they get off to a slow start.
Yeah. Once again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but yeah, it's early. The Thunder are used to getting off to a good start, pre-championship and now post-championship. So this is what I expect. We're going to be talking about Shai all season. Let's just lay it out there. We're going to be talking about Shai all season. We're going to be talking about this Thunder team all season. So them off to the start that they're at, that they are at right now being 5-0. Who's surprised? Not me.
All right. What do you have? I mean, I know, again, we're going to keep saying it ad nauseum. I know it's early, but anything on this Kings roster that you find redeeming?
No.
Okay.
No.
That was quick.
And it's sad. It's sad because of the money that they've spent over the past couple of years and who they brought in. To me, it still says a lot about who they weren't able to keep.
Right.
Okay. This team no longer has De'Aaron Fox. Okay. To get Sabonis, this team had to get rid of Tyrese Halliburton. Yeah. So right now, in a congested Western Conference, this team will still struggle to make the play-in. And I'm saying, I feel comfortable, more than comfortable, saying that after the first week of the season.
All right. And the last one on the slate, Golden State Warriors 98, the LA Clippers 79. Leading scorers for both teams. James Harden led the Clippers with 20, and then Golden State was led by Jimmy Butler with 21 points. This score looks like it should be on NBC back in the day.
This was the old folks game. Let's be real, okay?
All right.
Let's be real. I mean, I know a lot of people are. There's a good amount of people that think that right now the Warriors are 4-1. It's early, all right. A lot of people think that the Warriors, have the pieces to make a deep run. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people. Once again, you're dealing with a conference. You're in a conference that is too congested, and in the end, that's gonna eventually bite them. But once again, it's early, guys.
I love how you just keep dropping that.
It's early,
If we had a counter for that, man.
I'm just saying,
I feel bad for some college kid because if he decided tonight to make a drinking game off of It's Early, that joker drunk right now.
Right now, okay. I mean, quickly, okay. Quickly.
It's early.
Yeah,
it's early. I haven't seen much from the Warriors yet. I mean, it's early, like we keep saying, and we're going to keep saying it like a broken record. I do like that they're playing Kuminga, but I would have loved to see Kuminga go somewhere else.
Not outside the realm of possibilities.
I would have loved to see him come here, to be honest with you. Play with the Wizards, get them minutes, but they got Whitmore instead. But they needed that type of guy, somebody just a little bit different body type.
Actually, that's who the Kings need, if I'm going to be real about it.
But who are you giving up? Like, who are they going to take off of the Kings roster? You can't. You just don't have the people to take. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. But that was one of the main teams I was looking at him during the off season. Okay. However, he was a restricted free agent, and being in that spot, you knew that whatever Sacramento was going to offer, Golden State was going to match.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because that takes the work out of the hand of the franchise that has to do the match. He didn't get no offers. The reason why they went into the training camp with the headache that they had as it related to him and what they were going to do with him.
Yeah, that's crazy. But we talked about something on our pre-show. I kind of want to touch onto it because we kind of mentioned in our pre-show and in the preview that the Sideline Junkies did a couple weeks ago. TV viewership. So far, we're 2 weeks into it. What's your thoughts? I know it's early. I know you're gonna tell me it's early, but any thoughts?
ESPN, ESPN is still ESPN. However, the moving, the move of Inside the NBA on ESPN, they haven't lost a step. Okay, It's what I expected. They've been doing the show forever. They have, they haven't lost a step. Now what you're doing is you're just blending in jokes that involve ESPN. They now have access to cats like Shams to come on. So that's that's a good thing, because the normal ESPN pregame show, I'm sorry, okay, and it's sad because I'm a Malik Andrews fan, but the show sucks, and the show has sucked for a minute, okay. NBC, okay, first off, okay, it's good. It's great hearing Mike Tirico back calling NBA games, okay, and I already feel early that Mike Tirico, Reggie Miller, and Jamal Crawford actually work perfectly as, a team calling a game.
I agree. I also like their pre-show with P-Mac, Vince, and Melo.
And Melo, yeah.
That's solid too.
Yeah, it's solid. It's solid. Amazon needs to step it up.
Amazon, the game wasn't bad, but I think it was more so just my situation, my internet at times, like the trip. So I was a victim of that on, I think it was Friday night. But other than that, I mean, the picture was good. I mean, I think so far the transition has been good. I think right now the thing is, maybe next time we do a show, we throw the graphic back up with where everything is, so we can get people educated on that piece.
Now I do have to get used to the coast to coast experience with the NBC Tuesday night game. If you're on the eastern side of the country, you're getting one game that's actually on NBC, and the other game, which is the next game, which will kind of sort of make it a doubleheader, you'll be able to watch on Peacock.
Ah, okay. All right, so we're going to close it out with our last segment called Buzzer Beaters. Just any quick thought, idea, something else that caught your eye before we get out of here and we turn this thing over to the Gentleman Jack and his great interview this evening at 8 p.m. With the young man from Maryland. I think he's their long snapper, four-time All-American or academic All-American. But let's close it out.
Okay, this is all I'm gonna close it out with. Okay, Jaylen Brown, don't be Rudy Giuliani. Okay, so of course I'm referring to the Knicks Celtics game on Friday, where during a play, Jaylen Brown's spray on hairline got all caught up in OG Anunoby's jersey.
Yeah,
and that whole spot was on OG's jersey. Look, I understand. I get it. Sometimes if you got to go to that, just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. Because last thing you want is a heavy drip on national TV. And he got a heavy drip on national TV. Nah. Bad look.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your inaugural edition of Nothing But Net. Your man C. Perry, your boy, the Midnight Rider. We're getting out of here. Next up, 8 o'clock, like I said, In the Passenger Seat podcast starring Gentleman Jack Carr. But with that being said, thank you for viewing. I know it's a little choppy, but we're going to get it nailed down. We'll let you know when the next episode is. I got to get with UP and we'll make it happen, baby. But with that being said, we out.